It's curious, very, very odd, and yet nobody realizes it, that human beings are brought up to feel as if they were strangers in the world. We are given a sense of our own existence that is in flat contradiction to the facts of nature.
Parasites on a planet that is so blue. Marlboro cigarettes in a cold brew. Chemicals in your body to control you. Satellites identify and own you. Keep you glued to the tube with some old news. Jodi Arias is guilty, Boston goes bloom. Lil Wayne, Tyler Perry selling soul food. Distractions, why you never see the whole truth. Another kid got bullied, went postal. When did humanity become so cruel? Historical pyramids that can hold proof. Outdated textbooks and an old school. Illuminati propaganda going global. Silence any crazy man who is vocal. Never teach the children how to grow their own food. Never questioning the methods of our own rules.
In its own way, there is something natural about that, because nothing can happen at all. It is not in some way connected with an elaborate scheme mind, but nevertheless a scheme that is musical in its nature.
Nature is a symphony, an infinity of space-time and energy. Now its complicity of algorithmic possibilities unscientifically explained with simplicity. God is a rhythm, not a judgmental entity. The universe is love, heaven is a symmetry. Life has an enemy that feeds you biblical negativity to halt humanity's productivity. Governments killing freedom of the mind, literally numeric symbology with a calculated imagery. Comfort you religiously, break you down chemically. Ancestors' warnings in calligraphy. There is a language beyond our legibility, encoded in sound waves and altercated frequencies. There is more to reality. Physicality is only a theory of relativity.
But nevertheless, they are sometimes extraordinarily odd, and we are given by our society, by our tradition and upbringing, by our culture, a very weird sensation of our own existence. And that is the sensation of strangeness, of being somebody who, as we say, comes into this world, whereas when you are born, you should say that you came out of this world. You don't come into it. Where else is there to come from? Based on the idea that we are all subjects of the divine king, was, you might say, a political model based on the organization of the great city-states of the ancient Near East. So what a monstrous system in which the tender, sensitive nervous systems that we are could appear in a world that consists principally of rock and fire, which has no consideration for us men whatsoever. What was the nature of this energy which manifested everything? Most intelligent people today, who are products of the college and that particular system of propaganda and indoctrination, really feel that this is the case, that they are strangers in an alien world, and that when you die, it'll just be like you were a caterpillar that was squashed, and that will be that. That you're, in other words, an interlude of consciousness between eternal darknesses, and that's all there is. It doesn't mean anything. It is just that, and not much of that anyway. Not much of a that. Now, what is important is to understand that this is a myth.